Hi friends, how are you all? Hope all of you are doing fine. Hope all of you are well. And yes, hope all of you are watching my videos. So we will continue our lesson today. And I've been telling you that I will post words that are commonly used in a normal conversation in our everyday day-to-day life. I'm so sorry that I couldn't do it. Today definitely I will post 5 words and 5 most commonly used words in daily conversation, and also I will along with those 5 words I will also release sentences how those words can be used in sentences, so that will be helpful to all of you. So let's start off with our most commonly used words in sentences uh, from today onwards. And also I will in along with that I'm going to start off with 5 difficult words that generally we do not know the meaning of it. But for this I will not use any sentences. I will just tell you the word, difficult word, and the meaning of it, very simple meaning, so that you will be able to understand the word, understand the meaning. And also, if in case you come across somebody speaking those words, you'll immediately catch the meaning. Okay, I read this in that video. Okay, the word of this meaning is that. So that's how we can build our memory as well. So I will start with the simple words and sentences and the most difficult words and the meaning of it, so that I'll be posting today evening. Without fail, I'll do it. Okay. Now let's start, continue our lesson or a chapter. Well, I expect she will let us, said George. After all, we are much older than last year. Julian's in his teens already, and I soon shall be, so will Dick. Only Annie is small. I'm not, said Annie indignantly. I'm as strong as you are. I can't help being younger. There, there, baby, said Julian, patting his little sister on the back and laughing at her furious face. Oh, look, what's that over there on the island? He had caught sight of something as he was teasing Annie. Everyone swung around and gazed at Kiran. George gave an exclamation. Look, a spire of smoke. Surely it's smoke. Someone's on my island. On our island? Corrected Dick. It can't be. That smoke must come from one of those steamships out beyond the island. We can't see it, that's all. But I bet. I'm turning the page. The smoke comes from a steamer. We know no one can get to the island except us. They don't know the way. If anyone's on my island, began George, looking very fierce and angry. If anyone's on my island, I'll. You'll explode and go up in the smoke, said Dick. There, it's gone now. I'm sure it was only a steamer letting off steam or smoking hard. Whatever they do. They watched Kiran Island for some time after that, but they could see no more smoke. If only my boat was ready, said George restlessly. I'd go over this afternoon. I've a good mind to go and get my boat, even if the paint is wet. Don't be an idiot, said Julian. You know what trouble we'd get into if we go home with our things bright red. Have a bit of sense, George. George gave up the idea. She watched for a steamer to appear at one side of the island or another to come into the bay, but none came. Probably anchored out there, said Dick. Come on, are we going to stand rooted to this spot for the rest of the day? We'd better get back home, said Julian, looking at his watch. It's almost tea time. I hope your mum is up, George. It's much nicer when she's at meals. Oh, I expect she will be, said George. Come on, then, let's go back. They turned to go back. They watched Kiran Island as they walked, but all they could see were jackdaws or gulls in the sky above it. No one spires of smoke appeared. No more spires of smoke appeared. It must have been a steamer. All the same, I'm going over tomorrow to have a look, said George firmly. If any tourists are watching my islands, I'll turn them off. Our island? said Dick. George, I wish you'd remember you said you'd share it with us. Well, I did share it with you, said George, but I can't help feeling it's still my island. Come on, I'm getting hungry. They came back at last to Kiran Cottage. They went into the hall and then into the sitting room. To their great surprise, Edgar was there, reading one of Julian's books. What are you doing here? Said Julian. And who said you could borrow my book? I'm not doing any harm, said Edgar. If I want to have a quiet read, why shouldn't I? You wait till my dad comes in and finds you lolling about here, said George. If you had gone into his study, you would have been sorry. I've been in there, said Edgar surprisingly. I've seen those funny instruments he's working with. How dare you, said George, going white and with rage. Even we are not allowed to go into my dad's study. As for touching these things, well, eyed Edgar curiously. He couldn't imagine why the boy should suddenly be so cheeky. Where's your father, George? He said. I think we had better get him to deal with Edgar. He must be mad. Call him if you like, said Edgar, still lolling in the. I'm turning the page. Chair and flicking through the pages of Julian's book in a very irritating way. He won't come. What do you mean? Said George, feeling suddenly scared. Where's my mum? Call her too, if you like, said the boy, looking sly. Go on, call her. The children suddenly felt afraid. What did Edgar mean? George flew upstairs to her mum's room, shouting loudly, Mum, Mum, where are you? But her mother's bed was empty. It had not been made. It was empty. George flew into all the other bedrooms, shouting desperately, Mum, Mum, Dad, where are you? But there was no answer. George ran downstairs, her face very white. Edgar grinned up at her. What did I tell you? He said. I said you could call all you liked, but they wouldn't come. Where are they? Demanded George. Tell me at once. Find out yourself, said Edgar. So let's end it here. Let's keep it interesting. The story is really going interesting, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Please go through these videos of mine. Keep reading along with me, and the words, how I pronounce the words, you can also pronounce it. And if you, in case you find any word interesting or any word which is difficult, you can write, keep a book, keep make note of those words, and definitely you can find out the meanings in the dictionary, or you could write the meanings of those words, and write those words in the comment section, so that I could help you in finding out the meaning, and how to those words can be used in sentences. So this way I can help you. And so yes, please go through my videos. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.